Right, well, just finished that last piece. Welcome to chapter 4. The rod's just gone off. I can't talk for long because I've got to get the waders on. I've got to get my life jacket on and jump in the boat and try and find this fish. But she's coming into the deep water, so I'm going to go now. Let's go get this fish, shall we? There's a nice start to part 4 of my vlog. Welcome along if you've just joined us. Just been out there and had a wonderful boat battle with this one. She stayed really deep the whole fight. And it is another cracking common sitting inside there. So we're going to get her put into the sling, get her weighed up, do some water shots. But yeah, welcome to this latest episode of Fishing with G. Moment of truth. Oh. Read her out, Nikki. What are we saying?
What's your guess?
54.
Okay, well, you're well out.
Really?
We're looking at,
I thought it was bigger than 45.
we're looking at 44.12 there.
44.12? That'll do. I thought she was bigger than that.
Oh, unlucky.
That's wow, I don't mind, mate. I'll take her for mid-40, mate. Yes, all right. Well, I did think she was going to be bigger than that, but she's not got the length to her, is she?
No, lovely common though.
Yeah, cracker. That's all good. Right. That's fish number 9. Get some water shots with this one, and I'll buzz back out and put the rod on the spot. And what I'll do is I'll take you guys with me, and I'll show you where I'm dropping it and exactly how I'm dropping the rigs into place. Okay, so here she is. 45 pounds, 12 ounces. Nice wide one, this one, but just doesn't have the length of the real big girls that are inside here. But let's lift her up for the camera so you can see her. Oh. There we go. Oop. Doesn't want to have a photo taken. See if we can do that one more time. And then we'll slip you back, girl. That water temperature is still quite cold. The weather's been all up and down, all over the place. And there you go. Ooh. She wants to go back, doesn't she? All right, let's get a picture. We're just gonna get a picture on the phone. So I've got a still record, and then we get the rod back out onto the spot. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do my right hand rod again, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm gonna stick you on the top of my noggin, and hopefully you'll see what I'm seeing as I drop the bait over there. So let me strap you to my head and take you on a journey. And off we go. Right, you can see the line biters up there. I've got to go underneath the lines. And then what we're going to do is just reverse it around, spin it around when we're away from the lines. Do a little 180 and out we go. So I'm not quite sure how much of this you can see as I'm going out, but that is the channel that I'm putting my rods up. I've got 2 rods up along there, and I've also got a rod on the snag on the corner, and this one is going against the island here. Nick's got his rods placed in the channel. So you can see as I go out, you can see that that island, that island, that island, they're all bars running this way. And so you've got the gullies in between them that you can fish in the deep water. So as I get to the spot, we're going to slow this down. There we go. And you've got Peg 18 is over there. Now he's going to be fishing these snags along here, the other side of that snag bush. So what I'm going to do is creep in here, and I'm going to put my rod just in next to that fir tree that's there. That's the spot that's been doing me the bites. Just creeping on in with the engine on low speed, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to aim for that little branch so I can grab hold of that and use that to anchor myself in position and drop it on exactly the same spot every time, because under the water there will be snags like this all under the water here, that you just can't see. You can see them on the Echo. In fact, it horrified me when I put the Echo on and drove around the corner of this island earlier. So yeah, so what I'm doing is I've got a spot just down here that's doing me the bite, so I need to make sure that I put it straight on there. There we go. And we are at the island. Okay, so just here, it's shallow and snaggy, and then it goes down the ledge, and then just past the edge of this tree, it drops off into about 20 foot of water. So what I'm doing is I'm lowering the rod down here, feel it like lowering the lead on the clutch, on the loose clutch, so it comes to rest on the sort of top of the shelf, not right up on the top of the shelf here, but on the patrol route that the fish are using to swim through. I'm not putting any bait around it whatsoever. I'm just putting a little pop-up, a little bright yellow pop-up just there on their patrol route. It's springtime. The fish aren't spawning at the moment, but they're going to be looking to spawn. And my thinking is that they're going to be coming along this margin here and starting to head to the areas that are up around the margins, the shallower water, maybe looking to spawn. So, or not looking to spawn this week, but you know, it's getting to that time of year they're searching out the shallow water. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Just going to drop it down there. Now the way that I do this, there's the rig down here. Hopefully you can see that. So I've got my large lead. This is the Gemini X boom, that's 70 pounds. Got some 55-pound braid there, doubled over into a multi-rig. And it's just going to sit up like this, just slowly sink down and rest on top of any of the debris. I can imagine that under the water there's going to be loads of these pine needles, maybe some pine cones and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that my bait is presented, and if it does get bream, pick it up or something and spit it out, it's going to reset. So that is the rig. Let's get it on the spot, shall we? And the way that I do this, and everyone's got their own preferred way, is I like doing it and lowering it on the clutch. Some people back wind. I like doing it on the clutch. So what I do is I wind the lead up, loosen the clutch off. In fact, I just need the boat to spin into, it's important to get the boat into the perfect position every time so that you get the same drop. Just try and turn the boat around a bit. There we go, that's what I want. Just so the boat's up against the island bank there. That's it, that's how I want it. And then what we're going to do is just going to take the bait, put it there. It says, I catch the island. Take the bait, put it there, run it away. Oh, I keep catching that little branch. Let's do that again. Oh, that's a bit higher. Boat's drifting. It's really important just to get the boat in the right position, and if it spins a little bit, it'll make it difficult. I'm using these ST13s this trip rather than my little 10-foot boat rods, and it does make placing the baits harder with 13-foot rods, but from the bank, trying to crank them away from these snags makes it a hell of a lot easier. Right, there we go. Let's try this. So we go down there, no way, boom. That's exactly what we want. You saw that bang as it hit it there. And that's just going to be firmly planted on the shelf, just on the edge there. So I'm not putting any bait around that at all. Just a single free offering. I've got my snag leader on there, quietly sit down on the boat. And then reverse out. Making sure the line. And then what I've done is I've loosened the clutch off and I've got the bail arm open. So I just turn the boat around, can't do two things at once. Yeah, so you can see I've got the bail arm open, but I've also got the clutch loose as well. And the reason I do that is I have had it before in the past where I'm going back to the bank and for whatever reason the bail arm has been knocked shut. And if the drag's done up tight, then obviously you pull your lead out of the spot. So what I do is I just have it that the bail arm is open and the drag is loose. And I'm just keeping my finger on the line there, just feathering it, keeping the tension on it, just to make sure we don't get a big bow. And I'm going to go back as straight as I can. And once I get away from the spot, what I do is I put a bit more throttle down, And that just, I find that just helps to keep the boat straight, because I want to come back in as straight a line as I possibly can. There we go, so I'm well away from any of my fishing spots now, so open the engine up. That Haswing engine is absolutely awesome, I recommend it fully. And I'm just trying to go back in a straight line, and I'm going to beach myself on the peg there. Right, okay, so we're coming on in. Making sure we're going nice and straight. I'm just going to beach myself on that soft bit of bank, right next to the bank stick. Like so. Wash. Right, so you can see here I've got these little bungees on the backrest. They just go around there, clip underneath, and when I get a bite, I've just got to flick it and it comes undone. So that stops the rod from being lifted up. Got my ST13s here from South Coast Rods, lovely rods those. And I've got my springers. Now I haven't got the weight to write down on these. I've got the setting on number 2 on these Nash springers. But that's because I don't want to put too much weight on, because I'm fishing up against the ledge. I don't want to risk pulling that lead off of that ledge there. So although I'm keeping a real tight clutch and a tight line, I've actually got a little bit of play in the springers, and I haven't got the weight right down, just to stop the risk of that lead being pulled off of that ledge. So just going to tighten this up a little bit more now the braid is sunk. Something like that. Tighten the clutch up. Now you wouldn't ever fish with your clutches like this in the UK, but I have it so I can literally just pull that with my hands there, like pull it out, and that's how I fish it. The idea is that the fish will go over against the rod in the rest, it can't move it, the rod will pull over, and then the fish will start kiting out away from that snag, and that is the plan. Turn it on. Ready to rock and roll. Wow, I've got some really exciting news. I was just laying down, just having a bit of think and just a bit of a chill out and stuff, and I heard some footsteps, or someone running up to my bivvy from behind. I was like, hello, hello. And it's the guy next door. I think his name's Thomas or Dennis. I'll go and find out, but a Dutch guy. And I met him when we first arrived. I went to say hello, you know, he's my neighbor. Really, really nice man. And he came, his head popped around the front of my bivvy, and he's like, I said, you got a good one? He said, I've got Scar. I'm absolutely blown away for him. He is ecstatic, and to be honest, I am as well. I get to see one of the biggest, well, it's going to be the biggest carp I've ever seen live in the flesh. So I'm going to go up and do the photos. I'm going to take you guys with me as well. But yeah, do you know what? This is what I really love about fishing, for me as well, is that I haven't caught Scar, but he's caught Scar, and I'm going to go and get to be there for the moment, to take the photos, to help him weigh it, you know, and I'm excited about that, you know. But he's had, I think he said he had 7 fish today, so the fish have obviously turned up in the snags in front of 18. I'm picking them off on the left, on my right hand rod as they come in and out of the snags, I think. He's had 16 fish in total. I've had 9 now, so it definitely seems as though the fish that were out in front of maybe the islands from last week, they seem to have come through and have arrived in the 18 snags. So you know, this is good news for, well, obviously good news for him, but also good news for this peg, because hopefully it means that I can keep picking the fish up on my right hand rod, and they may drift out into our peg on the left hand side as well. But I made up for him, I can't wait. I'm just going to wait for Nick to come back from the shower. When he comes back, he can look after the rods, and I'll go and do the photos for my neighbour. Cool stuff. We're about to see a giant common, people. We're about to see one of the biggest commons there is. All right. Here we are, turn up in peg 18. Here's the man. Well done, my friend. I'll put it there. Thank yes, you. Well done, well done. Ah, congratulations. Definitely Scar, yeah?
Definitely.
Yes. Oh, good man. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Have you weighed it yet?
Yes, 81.
81? Wow. 81 pound common, and a historic common as well. Okay, do you know where you want to do the pictures?
Yeah.
Over there, yeah? You're happy with that, yeah? With the water, okay, okay. That is an absolute giant. Yeah. Oh my word, my friends. Oh, oh my good God.
Oh my goodness.
That is huge. Right, let me put this down here.
Come on then.
Do you want me to help you get it onto your knees and then
Can't do it.
you got it, yep?
Yes.
That's it, yes.
I haven't.
Brilliant, what a fish. I'll take lots because you don't catch a fish like this very often.
Yes.
Scar, yes.
Nice.
That is amazing. Well done, my friend. It's huge. That is huge. Wow. Yeah, lovely. Yes! Well done, that man. Oh, well done.
Thanks, mate.
Well done. Wow, what an amazing fish that is for Daniel. Absolutely blown away from 81 pounds. That was the famous Scar, people. Yeah, probably the fish that this lake is synonymous with is Scar, and we just got to see it on camera. What an amazing fish. It literally looked like a dolphin laying on that mat. Unreal. So pleased for Daniel as well. He's never caught Scar before. He comes here a lot. He's been coming here since 2012, I think he said. He comes 4 or 5 times a year. You know, that's a dream come true for him, so well done to that man. But he did say he's been putting a bit of bait out on his spots, so I think what I might do is, my spot seems to have dried up a little bit, so I think I'm going to change tactics slightly this evening and go and redo that rod and just put some bait over top of it. See, the fish seem to be coming in. He's picking fish up off his left-hand rod and his right-hand rod, so the fish seem to be not much in the middle rods. So I think the fish are coming into the snags on either side, coming around the islands, and maybe I'm picking off a few. You know, I've had 5 fish off that spot, but maybe I need to put more bait there to actually make it a zone that they stop on rather than just pass by. And I'm going to try putting a snowman out there, because that's what he's fishing, just a classic snowman rig. I'm going to try dropping that one out there and seeing if that deters the bream long enough to get a bite from the carps. That's my plan. Anyway, I'm getting back into the swim. I'm going to go and tell Nick the story. We'll catch up with you guys soon. Well, it's now dinner time on Tuesday. The sun is still shining. I'm in my shorts. Don't know if you can see that. Not that you want to see that. But it's a glorious evening here. We've got the food in the oven. And I think it's good time to finish this part of my rainbow series in Peg 19. Because we've just seen that amazing Scar at 81 pound for Daniel. Like, what a fish that is. I think that's a great way to end this part of the series. So remember, do give a subscribe so you know when the next one comes out. The next part will be from tonight and Wednesday onwards. We've still got a few days left in this peg. Please do subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and follow in this series. I'll put a link up here or down here or in the description so you know how you can follow in this journey and see how this week unfolds at the amazing Rainbow Lake. Catch you later, guys.